energy I feel. You were at the first. Let me see your body drift, side to side, like this. Let me see your body move, to the beat, to the groove. Let me see your body drift, side to side, like this. Let me see your body move, to the beat, to the groove. Still in the game, won't retire. Keep going, I don't feel tired. Too much energy, I feel why. Do it right the first time. Energy, I feel why. Do it right the first time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Good Things and welcome to the week. It is Monday, April 22nd. Hallelujah. How are everyone? Hello, DJ Will, what's up? It's a little dark over there. I just realized the Listen Vision sign is not on.
Oh, it's not lit.
It's a little, but you know what?
Okay.
Maybe
That's the thing that's written up.
well, you know what? I think it's good because you know why? Today is Earth Day. So we probably need to conserve a little bit of energy today.
Yep.
And that's okay, right? Yeah.
Did y'all get that email from Google? And
About
they
what?
gave you like different apps.
Yes.
If you have a Gmail account, they gave you like different
No.
apps, different things to do to support
Yeah.
Earth Day
Yeah.
and to just treat our environment better.
I feel very shafted, Google. I didn't get anything.
Did you look at
I
your...
bet you didn't check your email.
I have checked my email 40 times today because I've done nothing but email.
Oh, well, you should have got...
Maybe it's in my spam.
It's in your... Oh, it might... No.
in
it
your
should-
spam.
Have you checked your regular
my
Gmail?
filtered. Yeah, I have 4. I mean, well, I have so good things, right? And then
Well,
I
they
have,
wouldn't send it to the G Suite.
But then I have my regular, and then I
Right.
have my book layout R. Book layout R. Broke. And then I have, there's another one. There's definitely, my Mrs. DC America.
Oh. Well, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
You got it.
I got it. You just don't probably use your
Whatever.
regular
Whatever, Google. Whatever.
Well, we're going to talk more about Earth Day. If you guys didn't get a chance to get out today and experience some Earth Day events, we're going to kind of just give you a little bit of a clue in about Earth Day. A lot of times people are a little confused about what it is. It's so funny because little Silla's like, does that mean today is Earth's birthday? And I was like, well, that's a good way to think about it.
That's
And so-
actually a great way to think
yeah,
about
I
it.
was
Yeah.
like, very literal. I love kids because they're just like, well, what does it mean exactly? So
Right.
for you adults that may not understand Earth Day, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
Comprehend it like her 5-year-old.
Yeah.
We're going to break it down.
We're going to break it down for you a little bit, just so that you are prepared, because even though it is celebrated every year on April 22nd, it should be an ongoing thing. They do choose usually every year a theme, I guess, and we'll talk about a theme. Leia's kind of wearing the theme.
I'm wearing
a little
the
bit
theme today.
But we'll get into that.
In theme too. The
Well, I'm always.
future.
This is always a
And then
theme.
I'm just
This is
spraying over
forever a theme. I love that. This is. Also,
I was going to say the boobs or the shirt, because both. Yeah.
Well, the boobs belong to a female. I am a female, and so therefore, but,
It's a thing.
and females give life.
Yeah,
So
they do.
there you go. There you
Wouldn't
go.
be much of a future without us.
No.
Hello.
And you know what? We wouldn't be much of what we are if we were not here at our home at WLVS Radio and the Listen Vision Live studios. And so we are happy to be back. We took 1 week off because somebody needed to give up the crown.
I did. I just threw it. I threw it back.
No, she didn't.
I did. I was like, here you go. Take it, Nikki. Good luck.
And congratulations
Yeah,
to,
congrats to Nikki.
the
Nikki
new.
was so adorable
Yes.
on stage. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My
She's so
favorite is when somebody wins that truly is so beautiful on the inside too,
Yeah,
that
there you
it
go.
just radiates outside, and so I couldn't be more thrilled.
Well, 'cause then
Yeah.
I think that they're really going to enjoy it, and they're going to enjoy the journey, and because it's going to be for them. It's
Yep.
not going to
It's
be
not gonna
for
be for
anyone
anybody
else.
else. Yep.
And it's actually going to be something. But we also had Easter weekend. I know
Spring break.
Some kids
Didn't
are coming off of
somebody
spring
have a
break.
birthday?
Somebody had a little birthday.
A little bit. Somebody has a birthday too coming up.
Must be Brit.
It's not definitely her. I'm a summer baby.
This one, she's a summer baby. Yeah.
Yeah, these are the two bulls,
Yeah.
live and in color.
Yeah, you all can't tell. But spring break. Were your kids on spring break? I know Little Sil had an early spring break. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was funny because we took like Sil goes to karate, right? And so of course places like that, they're like, oh, we have spring break camp, and so of course after he's like, Mommy, can I go? And I'm like, you already went on spring break, so sorry,
No,
you got to go to school.
We had so much fun on spring break, and it was nice because the weather was great.
Yeah, it's been beautiful.
I was outside with the boys every single day. It was wonderful and hot and sweaty.
That's good.
But it was great.
Yeah, today was fantastic. I was out walking the dog. It was so nice, and it's not humid yet. Thank you, Virginia, for giving us the break.
Eat dandelions?
Yeah, you can eat them, but
my
did
4-year-old
you?
keeps walking around. He's like, what's really funny about Jace eating a dandelion? And then he bursts into hysterics. And there's no
Never
punchline.
finish a sentence? No, my face will probably explode into one big hive. I'm quite sure. Yeah, I just don't see it happening right now.
Your kids don't eat dandelions?
No?
No, pesticides and dogs. That's
true.
That scares me.
I mean, the dog part's good. It's good for your microbiome.
No.
Take it from your health coach. But the pesticides, maybe not so much.
Yeah, not so much
I
that
feel
part.
you on that.
Yeah.
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 But if you want to grow dandelion root in
There you
your
go.
house and use
There you
it,
I used to walk around. We used to have honeysuckle in our backyard.
Oh my
yeah,
God.
honeysuckle's
Yes.
wonderful.
I used to eat the honeysuckle.
Honeysuckle,
I
yeah.
used to eat the honeysuckle
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Do
A
you
lot.
guys know if you have a shoot coming up or, for females? I mean, I don't think you ever probably feel bloated like we do.
But dandelion root is.
Dandelion root's the
It's
best for
amazing.
bloat. Yep.
Good
So
to know.
chug a bunch of water and
Yep.
drink that tea.
You can actually mix
Money.
a little. Here's one of my favorite things. You get a little dandelion root tea, and you steam it, and then you ice it, meaning just put it in the refrigerator overnight and let it get cold. You mix a cup of that with 2 tablespoons, of cranberry juice, and then you can put in some fresh fruit like oranges, limes, and lemons, and it is amazing. And if you are trying to again, same thing,
Yep.
get rid of
Detox or-
get rid of bloat and things like that, and actually stay really hydrated. It's amazing. You just drink it through the
after
thing.
Easter, right?
The thing
I'm
about
not. I didn't get a
cranberry
chance
juice
to eat any Easter dinner.
is it's you got to get
My chair is so
whole,
squeaky.
no
today.
Yeah, it has
sugar
to be the real
added,
stuff.
The real, you
Yeah.
can't get what is it, Welch's?
Yeah, if it comes in an
Oh, yeah,
aluminum
it's
can, that's
It's
not
the
the
same.
stuff. No,
Please don't do that.
that's not
No,
the
it's
same
like
thing.
2% juice.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not the same thing.
Not
But it
bad.
actually tastes good, and that's something me. It's hard for me to. If it tastes bad,
I always
just
tell
can't chug
people
it down.
you have broken taste buds.
I just can't do.
They're
we have.
broken. I want to go in there and find them because I think your taste buds are hiding down in your arm somewhere.
No, I don't know. I'm just a little Midwest girl.
What do? They regenerate, right? Your
They
taste buds?
do.
Yeah.
Every so
Yep.
many days.
Yeah.
She must be doing something to kill them.
I don't know. I can't put Sil will eat certain things that I'm like, that
Kenosha's
smells.
face. Yeah.
You have a
Yeah.
palate of you
5
have 5
things.
good things.
But I'm like,
Maybe
but if it
7.
smells like, you know what? How can
Yeah.
you put that in your mouth?
like chitlins.
Yep.
Worse.
Yep.
It smells like
Shit.
ass. Yes.
Booty hole.
How do you put it in your mouth?
Booty hole.
Like I can't get past this.
Some
I don't
people
care
like to
how,
put booty
but
holes
I
in
don't
their
care
mouth.
how good it tastes because I've heard people that are like, oh, it's like most of the time it's like pickled vegetables,
Yeah.
right? But I'm like, I can't get past the smell to put it in my mouth.
Oh,
So
I know.
I don't know how that works out. I haven't grown up enough for that. I don't know.
haven't grown up.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Will, what'd you do for Easter?
What did we do? So we had a little family over.
Yeah.
Kept it real simple. You know what I'm saying? My mom and my sister-in-law were there, and that was it.
Did y'all go to church?
We did go to church. Thank you for
that's
mentioning
right.
that. Yes.
Good.
Praise God.
All the baby Jesus talk from before. Just,
Yes.
I shudder when I think of church.
That's important. It's important. It's important. It's important.
No, I went to
We
church.
all know which one of us didn't go to church yesterday.
Well, we missed church
Not
too.
that I
'cause
don't
little Sil
believe.
was home
I
with
just didn't go.
allergy attack. And
Well,
so.
y'all spent all day Friday in church.
We did. We
so-
did. Yeah,
Literally,
we
you were
were.
in
I
church
gave y'all a
for
pass.
hours.
We
So.
volunteered Good Friday service, and so that was nice, and it was a great service, and so but yeah, we did miss. We had planned to go and to hang out with families, but the allergy attack came on, and that was that. So it's all right. It happened.
Not enough.
Yeah.
You know what was real exciting for me? Equally as exciting as the message. I wore an Easter suit for the first time.
Okay.
Remember when you're little, you dress up for
Yeah.
Easter?
Nice.
Now that I'm an adult, I'm like, I get to wear
I'm
an
gonna do
Easter
this.
suit. And it's
I
actually
did
your
see you.
suit.
You looked cute.
Didn't I look adorable?
Yeah.
It was. It was.
You wore your mom hair and everything.
I did wear my. I took my wig out, y'all. Jesus saw the real me. without my
What was
wig.
it on?
She
Real Housewives of Atlanta?
presented.
They had a bi-wig party.
I had a bi-wig
I haven't had
situation at
extensions
Easter.
in like forever, so I don't think I could even tolerate them anymore. Now that I just,
That's why you said you're never gonna grow your hair back out.
I'm not. I don't think so.
Did I tell you about the dream that I
just
had?
keep going
I had
longer.
this dream that, for whatever reason, Leia and I were on TV, and it
That
was like
doesn't
this
sound
segment.
like a dream.
No, it was this segment about extensions. But for whatever reason, like in the segment, we were to
So
take our
funny.
extensions out.
Yes.
So like Leia took her extensions out, and her hair looked the same.
Yeah.
Like it looked exactly the same. And when I took my extensions out, I was bald. And I woke up and I was mortified. And I'm like touching my scalp.
Like,
I'm
what
like,
happened?
don't my hair fall out?
Where's it at? Where's it at? See?
It was a nightmare.
telling
It was
you.
horrible. But as y'all can see, when I take my weave out, I do still have hair.
You do. It's
do.
just different hair.
It's just less hair.
That's why it's a weave. People, Leia, you're wearing a weave for and your hair
I
looks the same.
cannot help the fact that I met you with a
Over there.
weave, and so my expectation is that you are always put together like that.
Let's just talk about why when you take your weave out, your hair looks the same. Can you explain?
No.
Because I'm white.
There we go.
Well,
That's a good explanation.
Becky with the good hair.
Becky with the good hair and moving on.
Yeah, it just looks the exact same. It's just thinner.
She's
But,
a little bit
Becky,
thinner.
She's a Hannah.
yeah,
Just
a little bit
little
thinner.
bit thinner.
Yeah,
But it's basically the same length.
It
Like
is.
it's why do you wear a weave?
It's okay.
because I like some thickness. You know, gotta get more. Speaking of, like, I don't really like my hair on camera, so we're probably gonna go to break, and I'm gonna like do something different.
We are going to go to break
Yeah.
because we're overdue. But we are going to come back. We're going to give you a little bit of information on Earth Day
Yes, we are.
2019, as well as kind of chime you into the plans for 2020 and how you can help and places that you can go to look for resources on how you can help.
Daily.
And we're also going to talk about a few of our maybe favorite things that we like to have show up on our front doorstep.
It's gonna be a good segment.
Yeah.
I was like, is it a mailman?
Well, I guess UPS does come to the front door.
My mailman.
There's
is
some
a
very.
woman.
I mean, with Amazon now, you know, there's some weird.
Yeah, you never know who it is. But we'll be right back. Stay tuned. More good things in just a second.
Welcome back.
Told you she was gonna fix her.
I did. Yeah, it's different now, but I feel like it's. I feel like it's a little better. You know.
You are like blonde AF.
I know, but I feel like I'm gonna go blonder because of that.
Well, this one is just about your shade of blonde at this point.
She's got more. She's got some levels she's got to go through.
Yeah.
She's
I mean,
Slow step.
I could go to white.
No.
I could. It'd be like a silver.
You'd be like.
I kind of want to go
Frozen.
silver. Only
I
because
would be.
have
I'd
a
be
lot
like
of gray
Elsa,
hair
and
now.
I already get invited to children's birthday parties, so like I don't need that.
Am I wrong?
Well, I'm not gonna argue.
I've had many kids ask for me to send them videos, especially with my ponytail, the high pony. Yeah, it's out of control. All right, so we promised
Yes.
that we were going to tell you all about Earth Day.
Yeah.
And, you know,
It's going to be the quick overview.
quick overview, but Earth Day
Sort
for
of.
me is basically every day because I love the earth.
Yes.
And most people don't know. So the original first Earth Day was April 22nd, 1970. So there were millions of people that took to the streets to protest all of the negative impacts of having 150 years of industrial development. So in the U.S. and around the world, smog was becoming more and more apparent, more and more deadly, and evidence was growing that the pollution led to developmental delays in children. Biodiversity was in decline as a result of the heavy use of pesticides and other pollutants. So the U.S. Congress and President Nixon responded quickly, and in July of the same year, they created the Environmental Protection Agency and robust environmental laws such as the Clean Water Act and the Endangered Species Act, among many. So that is the history behind.
And a lot of people, I guess because, you know, there's so many other things that I guess kind of get added to, I guess what they call now like the national calendar of events. And so trying to keep certain things together, whether it be like International Women's Day, International Children's Day, Earth Day, all these kinds of things. And a lot of people think that they all of a sudden just pop these things up, which that's not the case. It's just that I think that more people are aware, so it's getting more.
Well, I think with the millennials and even some of the older millennials in our, what do you call us, Gen?
Xennials.
Xennials.
Xennial, whatever we are.
Xennials.
They're realizing that the impact every day, the challenges and, you know, the choices that we're making is going to affect our children and their children. And it's...
Well, you know, it's funny because, you know, I think that we're going to see more of this come to the forefront than what we have probably in the past. I know DJ Will, myself, Alana, we were talking about... Hi, Alana. That's
Hi,
DJ
Alana.
Will's wife.
She's so cute, by the way. Oh, my God, and Harry. Can we just talk about...
Oh my
so
God.
DJ Will has two boys.
We have to
I
take
know.
a detour.
Sidebar.
So he has two boys, and not that the other one, which I can't remember his name, which is terrible.
Jordan.
Jordan
Yeah.
is
He just
adorable
wasn't having
too.
any time for you.
Yep.
But Harry, I mean, Harry was just, he was everything.
He's
Thank
very
you,
debonair
thank you.
already.
Is
I
he named
appreciate
after
that.
Harry Belafonte by chance?
No.
Okay.
He told me that
very
it was
debonair. I was
okay
just
that I
wondering.
did not have children, and I was like, thank you so much, Harry.
Yeah, you know.
I appreciate your support.
We try to raise them right.
Yes.
Oh my
He's like
gosh.
a little grown gentleman
Yes.
in
came
a
up and
children's
said,
body.
"It's
Well,
great
that's the
to
public
meet you.
face.
Yeah.
Great to meet you.
He goes,
So
it's
cute.
so nice to meet you.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, 8?
I'm
He's
just like,
eight.
are you? I wanted to be like, are you a robot? Like, is there a wind up back here? Like, what? Nobody is that nice.
I don't know. He's a sweet kid.
You
Both
guys
of my
did
kids are
so
wonderful.
good.
You guys are
Both
great
of them.
parents.
Yeah,
But
they're
the little one didn't talk to me as much. So.
He was
Yeah,
busy
he's
with
shy.
little
He's
Sil.
more in his shell.
Yeah.
You know, but it's cool.
Yeah.
Once he warms up, he's good.
Absolutely. Well, and he was hungry. I mean, I
Was
don't
he the
know
one
some
obsessed
people
with
when I was hungry.
strawberries?
Yes. Yes.
That boy ate all the strawberries.
Yes.
Yes, he did.
So
Sounds
cute.
like
I
Brit.
love him. I love him. Well, but the thing is that
Earth Day.
even
Back to Earth Day.
well, and it's a perfect kind of segue because you know they are the ones that
That's
generation.
right.
They are
Yeah.
the ones
Absolutely.
coming up. But we were talking about. I was talking with Alana. And we were talking about how you know the generation you were just talking about, the Zennials, whatever. I just say the Genesises of the world. My daughter, who's 19, you know, they're fed up. And they
should be.
yeah, and they're very, but they're very also aware of why. I think Alana and I, we were having this discussion about, you know, if you trace back to reasoning of, you know, kind of where why we get to where we are now. Our particular generation, you know, although we are technically not the ones that started it
Right.
because it was more so not. I can't even say 100% from all of our parents. We can probably say more so our possible
Right.
grandparents, you know,
Right.
for some of us, depending on the age of our parents. But, you know, that's kind of where that started.
Yeah,
so
that's
the
right.
early baby boomers,
That's
I
right.
guess. And
That's right.
so, you know, but then the ideals of that generation were carried down
That's
to our
right.
parents
That's
and
right.
or those of us that are
Somebody has to
a
be
little older.
willing to break the cycle.
Breaking the chain. And I think that that's like her generation,
Yeah.
they're the ones that are saying, okay,
We can take credit. They're our kids.
Yeah, there are kids that are saying, you know what, this is a bunch of BS.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And you all are saying you can't do X, Y, and Z about this, but you can.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And now you can't do it by doing the same things in the same way in which you have been doing
Right.
them, but you can do something. And
Right.
so I do think that, watch out, y'all. They're the ones that
That's
we are going to have to basically.
Well, and if you look
answer
at,
to.
marketing and things like that, they don't respond to
No.
the same marketing techniques
No.
that we responded
No,
to.
right.
And I'm
Well, and we
half in
responded
that
to 'cause our
generation. I'm
parents
I'm
have-
half in
yeah.
that generation, so
Right,
I'm on like both
exactly,
sides of it.
exactly.
So I mean, obviously the,
Well, and it's
the
a
vegan
talk-
at the table, but
But it's a taught thing. It's very much
That's
so
right.
a taught thing.
Yeah.
And I think that I think myself kind of being in the area of being the older of the three of us, but also kind of being able to go back and say, okay, I remember my mom wasn't wasn't super traditional and thinking, she was very, hey, yeah, we need to do
Yeah.
whatever is best and, for the good. However, I get it
Yeah.
because there are certain ideas, and this is what Alana and I were talking
Yeah,
about,
absolutely.
that were passed on to
Right.
us, that this is how you should do it.
Yeah.
And if you say why, the answer
Right.
was
because
just because.
that's how we do
That's
it.
right. They didn't.
And
That's so true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Because this generation that's coming up, they are so much more inquisitive. Have y'all seen those little ads where it says like, oh, I was 12 when I got my first period. Sorry, I'm gonna talk about periods for a second. But I was 12 when I got my first period, and I was 36 when I found out what they actually put
Right.
inside of tampons.
Right.
And so, this generation is really breaking down barriers.
well, they're
questioning-
asking why,
Yeah,
and they're not going
and they're not
to
taking
accept
no
because
for an answer, or I don't know, or they're figuring
Yeah.
shit out.
Right.
Right.
Make it make sense to me, and if
Right.
it doesn't make sense, then
Fix
I don't want
it.
to be a part of it.
Right.
Basically, and you know what? And for Earth Day, basically, that's what's happened. And so right now, you've got basically over 1 billion people
Yep.
who have, really come together to ever since this time. And when I say come together, formed organizations,
Right.
created movements, protested, done all of these things around everything from energy to conservation to food waste to energy waste to, saving species. And, 2019, the theme for Earth Day is actually Save Our Species. And one of the places that you can find out more about this is by looking up earthday.org. And they can give you a lot of information. And, last year in 2018, the Earth Day Network, the emphasis was on ending plastic pollution. And, ending plastic pollution is also something that, I know some of us are a little more keyed into, especially, now that we talk more so about using more reusable things
Right.
as opposed
Right.
to things that are,
Yeah.
can get rid of it. And I think, again, it's a trickle down effect.
That's right.
I know, DJ, well, your kids go to a school that I'm familiar with that, I know they talk and they practice a
Yeah,
lot of that,
absolutely,
and it's starting
absolutely.
at that. Well, like Jordy's age,
Yeah,
it's starting
absolutely,
young
when
at
they're
like
young.
4 and 5.
And I can give an example. So when my oldest son was in kindergarten, he would bring home the plastic bags that we would put his little snacks in and things like that. I would ask him, well, why do you do that? So we can recycle them, right? So, and he still does that to this day.
Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
they try to get them in early practices of understanding the environment and the impact of things like plastic and disposing of things the wrong way. And the other thing I was going to say is that I actually heard this listening to a story on NPR. 84% of parents want climate change and the environment to be talked about in schools.
Yes.
But only 50% of teachers are actually willing to teach it.
Right.
So, there's a greater push in families for kids to really understand
Yeah.
the impact of the environment.
Right.
And when we look to our schools for, these kinds of learning, these kind of opportunities, because they're in school to learn,
Right.
sometimes schools don't do as
Yeah,
great a
well,
job
it's
as
hard
we want.
because it's something they have to add in. I know
Absolutely.
that, of course, I'm sure they would love to do it if, whatever is there. And
Yeah.
I'm sure, and so many schools are different. And
Absolutely.
But, yeah, there are. And just so you know, the Earth Network, actually, if you go on their website, they have these toolkits then that you can download. And they're toolkits for teaching, toolkits for learning, toolkits for, like, how how to practice in your home. If they have a toolkit, if you're trying to just get your, like if you have a toddler or a primary kid trying to understand what it means and all of it, they have all these really cool things, and they even have media toolkits. So like if you are a teacher at a school or an administrator or you work at a library, any place that you can disseminate information, they are more than willing to send that directly to you so that you have that, because it is important to kind of get that information out. Yeah.
And I love that, like, so much of, like, last year it was in plastic pollution. So much of it to me feels very much of a full circle sort of thing, because, you know, before we even had like disposable diapers, we were using reusable diapers, and now I feel like we're getting back to a lot of like reusability, which is great, because it's sort of like, you know, we had it right all along.
Right. Well, and that's kind of their goal. And so I think if they're part of the goal is to not only be aware of, and I think that's why Earth Day kind of came about, obviously, and hopefully in celebrating it every year, you know, there's more of a realization of why we celebrate it, what it's for, and what they're trying to accomplish. But they have a few goals, right?
Yeah. So their goals are to educate and raise awareness about the accelerating rate of extinction of millions of species and the causes and consequences of this phenomenon. They want to help to achieve major policy victories that protect broad groups of species as well as individual species and their habitats. Their goals are to help to build and activate a global movement that embraces nature and its values, and then encourage individual actions like adopting plant-based diet and stopping pesticide and herbicide use.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And
So
and
they
all
are
of that
doing
kind
their
of
part.
goes
A
full
lot of
circle.
times, you know, people will, so sometimes you'll have like someone who is donating to animal causes and it's not for the animals. And then you have some that, you know, they're trying to do it for the planet. But I'm like, it goes hand in hand, truly. And a lot of people don't realize. So they're like, well, I could never give up meat twice a week.
Right.
And I'm like, you don't understand what twice
that
a
would
week
do.
or what even once a
right.
week
Well, and I
looks
think-
like for the
It makes a big
environment.
difference.
But
Well,
what we're doing
right.
is we're going in, because we've run out of land in North America, we're going into other countries and invading
Right.
their species, and you
Right.
know, these rare animals that we've always had, they don't have a habitat
Well,
anymore.
and the thing is that there's also another trickle down effect, because then even in that there's also then the tag on to, there is so much waste of, you know, natural resources, and that includes food and composting and all of that stuff. And there's a really cool, interesting video that I was gonna put into today's show, but I'll just kind of wait, and maybe I'll tag it on like Facebook or Instagram that you guys went. That's from I can't remember the organization, but they're tied to the Earth Day Network, and it just kind of shows like different ways that things are wasted. You know, everywhere from the going into a restaurant and you know the servings portions
The
are
straws.
so huge, and so you don't
Yep.
finish
You
it;
can't
it
eat
just goes in the trash, and you know all of those kinds of things too. Just even the way that we buy our produce, and obviously, you know, yes, things aren't meant to last forever, and so if you don't finish it, you know, but they talk about ways to avoid that, such as like meal planning and things of that thing.
Yeah, or you know, if you have the excess vegetables, it's always great. You can turn them into a vegetable stock, but most
Right.
people don't know how to do that.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So they have all of those kinds of things that are there.
You know,
But
there's one thing that I learned like just a couple days ago, and it's related to Earth Day, but I didn't know it at the time, is that the flower industry. So a lot of
I
people
was
are
just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, people are getting into like recycled flowers
Yes.
or paper. I guess like paper
Yeah,
flowers
yeah.
that look and feel, well, not look and feel, but they look.
they give the same aesthetic.
Britt,
like the
Britt
flower
asked me what my
industry-
favorite kind of flower was, and I was like, the one you don't buy me.
Yeah.
Well, she said that like so we got into a conversation about how like so much of water is waste,
That's right.
like billions of gallons of water
Yep.
are
Yep.
used
Yeah.
and wasted.
But they can, you know, there's so many ways to help out, and
Yep.
there's so many ways
Pick
to
one a day.
Yeah, I mean, and there's ways to get involved. And it may seem overwhelming, but you know, start just with your
Start
community.
small.
Yeah, start small. Start in your community. Start with your children's school. Start with a library.
Start with recycling.
Yeah, anything at all.
Anything.
Yeah,
You
at
know,
all.
don't wait for teachers to take your kids on field trips.
Right.
I mean, you can take them to the dump.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like you can take them and show
Well, if you
them
take them
where
to
all
a
of this
recycling
stuff
center,
is.
I went to a recycling center just to walk through. It's it's really cool, like the
Yeah.
big ones, and like where they put things and how
That's
it
right.
actually comes
Well,
out
and they-
on the other end.
They teach you though at the recycling center, because it's not just about recycling.
Right.
If you don't take the right steps when you're putting your recycling in, they can't use it.
Right.
So,
So
it's
then
a
it just
lot of
becomes waste
education
again.
there. Exactly.
Yeah.
With it too.
But you can find out these steps and more. So
Visit earthday.org. You can learn more about the 2019 theme for Earth Day, which is, again, to protect threatened and endangered species.
Yep.
And as always, you can find more good things on all of our social sites. We're on Instagram at Good Things DC.
Yeah.
We're on YouTube, Good Things DC Show. We're on Facebook. We're on Facebook at Good Things DC.
And you can find DJ Willful.
You can find DJ Willful at DJ Willful
Finally
on
has an
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yes.
And we also have a website, www.goodthingsdc.com.
Yep.
We'll be right back.
Right back.
Today, nearly 5 million people in the United States are treated for skin cancer, with 4 million new cases of non-melanoma skin cancer diagnosed each year. There are nearly 18 million people affected by keloid scarring. Sensus Healthcare is dedicated to improving the lives of those people. We believe every patient deserves a choice. That is why we offer superficial radiotherapy with the SRT 100. SRT is a painless, safe, and highly effective non-surgical skin cancer and keloid removal treatment. With clinically proven technology that has been used for more than 50 years, the SRT 100 delivers a precise, calibrated dose of superficial radiotherapy that only goes skin deep. This low dose of radiation safely destroys non-melanoma skin cancer and keloid-forming cells without destroying healthy tissue. Performed right in the doctor's office, superficial radiotherapy with the SRT 100 delivers results without the negative side effects of invasive treatments. Along with excellent cure rates that rival surgery, patients and physicians enjoy many advantages when they choose the SRT 100 as their treatment of choice.
I've always had problems with my love handles and my lower abs. I was never quite able to get rid of that excess body fat around that area.
My abdomen area after having children, no matter what I was doing, I couldn't get it to look the way I wanted it to look.
I had a son who's just turned 4, and I'm older now, and I started getting the belly fat that wasn't going away with doing exercise.
No matter how much I changed the diet and how much I worked on my body, the problem areas remain there.
I couldn't take time off work or anything and didn't have time to really recover, so it was really important that this was something that you could keep moving on with your life.
I came right from work, came in, had the treatment done, the 25-minute treatment on the 4 different areas, and literally when I walked out the door, I drove right back to work and picked up where I left off.
I like the idea that, it's not invasive.
I want something that I can come do it and go home and go back to work without any issues. No downtime.
The process didn't require any anesthesia, no pain medication. It was easy.
It was great. I think the first time I actually went, I didn't go back to work. I actually went to the gym.
I've personally have had and seen really, really good results.
My first month, I noticed my flanks were going lower and lower. This used to be a size 36, now I'm 34.
My stomach is flatter, it's more smooth.
I feel better, like your clothes fit better, they're not touching you the wrong way, they're, hanging a little looser.
After the procedure, I definitely feel more confident that there's less of me there.
My brother definitely noticed. I didn't tell him what I was doing, but my brother, he's like, are you trimming up or something like that? Are you doing anything extra? I said, no, I'm just, doing my normal thing at the gym and things like that.
I'm proud. I'll lift my shirt up and show everybody my belly.
I'm very happy with making the choice to have the sculpture done.
It's a good feeling too. Finally getting the results that I've been looking for forever.
And if you're a guy who cares for himself, then you want to do it. There's nothing to do. This is not just for women. We do it because for once, we have the technology available. And I think that we should take advantage of that.
I would rate my success of the procedure a 10. It was very positive. I'm very impressed with the results, and they have exceeded my expectations, definitely.
Welcome back.
So, one thing that you guys have probably started seeing a lot of, if you pay attention, is that there has been a humongous boom on things that are called subscription boxes. Have you guys kind of noticed that?
Yeah,
MJ,
there's
Will,
been a
you?
major
No,
Definitely.
Of course not. He's like, I don't know what
Most
you're talking about.
women have.
Correct.
Yes.
Because we're the marketing.
Recognized.
All of the marketing is going
we're
towards
the marketing.
us. Yes.
We're the moms. We're usually
Yeah.
the ones to go out and buy things. And to be quite honest, in my personal opinion, which I kind of agree, also on like the research opinion of why they've become a big thing. And so these subscription boxes, just so that let's educate DJ Will
listening.
as well as
And all
probably
his
a
men
lot of
friends.
let's
Okay.
Silvern
your
and
man
Jay
friends.
and Brian and all the other
Oh,
dads
Jay
out
knows.
there. Yeah.
He's like, how many subscriptions do you need?
Do we need, right?
Yeah.
Well, a subscription box is basically where a company, and it's all types of companies, well, now it is, that basically put something together from their particular company. So whether it's like clothing, makeup, food, all kinds of things, beauty, lifestyle, fitness, and they put it together and they group a bunch of products that are from maybe different product lines or brands, but that are all related to each other in some sort of way, and that they think that you will enjoy. And so you either have the opportunity, either as a subscription box, you have subscription boxes where basically with a subscription you just get everything that's in the box that's just part of your subscription, and you get it to either try out. Sometimes these things are full size tries, or sometimes they're sample size. And then some subscription boxes, especially like clothing types of subscription boxes, are meant to give you things to try out, and so that you don't have to actually do the shopping yourself.
Right.
And then you keep what you want and you send back what you don't, and you only pay for the things that you want. So there's the rundown. But
That's a lot.
yeah, but I think one of the reasons is, because it is something that can be efficient. It is targeted. So, you know that when you're looking at a particular subscription box, it's something that is interesting to you, and that it's something that you will probably like, even if maybe you don't like 100% of everything that's there.
You'll like one piece, probably.
Something, at least, something in there. And so, and of course they have ones for like cooking, like, what is it? Like green, fresh...
HelloFresh.
HelloFresh,
Where they have the recipes inside of it and all that kind of stuff. Same exact thing.
Yeah.
But, one thing is like, why all of a sudden has it become such a big thing? And I think that these little 5 points might point right to it. I can't say that I can knock it and say that this isn't probably right.
Yeah.
Because we are human beings, right? Yeah, it makes sense to us. So we're going to give you a little bit of tidbit on why we think these have become so popular, and why they're probably going to continue to grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So reason number 5, you can pretty much find one for just about anything.
As we say,
Our culture is shifting. We shop a lot online. We spend a lot of time on the internet.
Yep.
And so online shopping makes it really easy to not only get yourself gifts, but you can get gifts for friends and families. And these subscription boxes are even more specialized. So just imagine like being able to essentially go online once a month and give somebody that you care about something that they will appreciate every single month, but you don't have to do it every single month.
It's like a gift.
Just buy it one time and
All
it
the
just
time.
shows up every month.
I know. That's
Awesome.
exciting. And speaking of showing up every month.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 4, they are shipped straight to you. And I mean, you think back in the day, right? When there was Netflix and you'd be so excited because your Netflix was coming in the mail and it was your new movie or your new show or
You didn't have
whatever
to
you
go
ordered.
to the red box to get
I'm
it.
not gonna lie, I kind of missed that a little bit because it was
Exciting.
It was like receiving a letter
Like a
from your
present.
favorite person ever.
Yeah.
We
But,
get excited about
you know,
DJ Will over there is
We
like,
love instant gratification,
We do.
and we're
Yeah, we do.
kind of a lazy society.
A little bit,
So
a little.
we want
Getting
it.
there.
Yeah, we're
Well,
we're
and there-
past.
And there's
we're
a point about that too in here. But the thing also that's nice is that I think in this point, number 3 says you can get just one, but I would rather rephrase it as it's your choice.
You could get multiple.
You can get multiple, but I think what they're trying to say is that you can choose what you want. You can buy, and you can usually you can subscribe for most of them. You can choose to just have it delivered to you one time and be done with it.
Yep.
You can sometimes even opt into how often you want it. So if you only want one every 3 months, you can do that. If you want one every month, if you want one a year, it doesn't matter. You get the choice. So there's really nothing to be wrangled into.
Okay.
Yeah. No contracts.
Exactly.
None.
Reason number 2, we all love surprises. Most adults are just kids in adult bodies.
We just forget that.
What was your favorite part of your birthday when you were a kid? What
Christmas.
was the best part of Christmas? It was opening
didn't
up
know.
them gifts, like what's inside.
Right.
I want to know.
Right.
And so you get that sensation
Getting that Netflix.
every
Which
month.
one is it?
Yeah.
Like, what's going to be in there? Is it going to be something I like? Is it
Right.
going to be pink? Is it going to be sparkling?
I don't know.
We're
Well,
excited.
We
just-
know what kind of box she gets.
Exactly.
Is it going to be pink? Is it going to be sparkling?
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
We love surprises.
There's actually like a subscription box for cigars. There's a wine subscription box. There's a whiskey. There's all
There's
kinds of
everything.
stuff. Everything.
Brewers.
And
Yeah,
we're
you can
super
get beer.
stressed out as a society. So if we can do something as simple as like giving ourselves a gift once a month where we just
Why not?
have a little bit of a surprise.
Or we just accept the fact of
The number one
reason.
thing. And this is a huge problem. This is me every day. People are like, what do you want? We as people don't know what we want. And so when you go to buy something for someone's birthday, you're like, I don't really know if she's going to like that or he's going to like that.
Right.
And so, but I know he likes beer, so why not buy him a beer subscription?
There you
So
go.
he gets
Scene from The
a
Notebook
six-pack.
with Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams.
Well, right. What do you want?
No.
I don't know.
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
every wife and husband talking about dinner.
What's for
Yes.
dinner?
They haven't planned it out.
Yes, yeah,
Or what you want for
and
your
it's
birthday.
human nature. It's human nature. You
It
know,
is.
I think it's just like, and I think a part of this is that for our own psyche, it probably is like, oh, this is nice. Somebody put things.
But I
together.
think it's harder now, right? Because we have everything at our fingertips.
Yes.
If you think about, back in the day, we're talking like 100 years ago, they didn't have it. What are we having for dinner? We're having oats. It's the same thing we've had every damn day before this.
Rice again.
porridge.
It's rice. You know what it is because only once a month on the third Tuesday do we get like a buttercream cake.
Right, exactly. That's it.
Yes.
I didn't catch a rabbit today. So.
Right.
Sorry.
Exactly. That's for Easter.
Yes.
That's for Easter.
That's for Easter.
Don't say that. The poor
Sorry.
bunnies.
Okay,
Don't you
lamb.
see
I
what
don't
my
know.
shirt says? This is
Lamb.
What does it say?
every species has the right
But
to
your
freedom.
ancestors ate rabbits.
They sure did.
I'm sorry about them. We're not friends. That's why we never met.
And all that
Chickens.
stuff. But you know what? We wanted to share with you guys. So we actually are also personally, we are subscribers to a few subscription boxes, probably more than a
Shocker.
few if it's between the three of us.
We like
and,
it.
And we like it a lot. And so, but we wanted to share our favorite ones that we have that were, and they're not our favorite by far, but we don't want to leave anybody out.
We're into a lot of things.
A lot
These
of
are
them.
Some of the.
These are
we're
just
gonna
a
give
couple.
you a little taste.
Just
Okay?
a couple. Just a couple.
Y'all
So
don't need to know our whole life.
what's your favorite?
My favorite, surprise, surprise, has to do with food. It is Thrive Market. So one of the first things when I went vegan and had to buy all this shit that I didn't have to buy before, I was like,
like,
where
what
do
do I
you
get?
get an organic hazelnut with no salt, from Costa Rica? You can find it at Thrive.
What's organic flour?
And organic flour, that means
Yeah,
it's
you
not
know what
GMO'd
that is.
organic
no, I'm
flour.
just saying, like when you first become vegan, you're like,
Yeah, why do I have to have organic flour?
Yeah, that's why.
Well, and it's not that just because you're vegan, you have to eat organic, although a lot of times they
You
do go
want
hand in
to.
hand. But for someone, a lot of these things that have high nutrients, right? Like goji berries, cacao nibs, you go to a grocery store and you are going to pay $20
wazoo.
for a
Yeah.
bag that's this big.
Yeah, it's
You go
or
to
they just
Thrive,
may not have it.
give them a limb.
you go
give
to
'em your
Thrive
firstborn
and it's
child.
about most of the things I buy are about a third of what I would pay at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But it's on average 30% less.
Yeah.
That's good.
And you get it delivered to your door. So
And that's-
if you're like me and you eat a lot of the same shit because it's easy and you like
There you
it, then you can just get it delivered right to your door for a cheaper price.
And that's the easiest part about it. Well, one of my favorites that I am a subscriber to and have kind of latched on to just because it's convenient and I actually can work with a person one-on-one, which I'm really big about that
And
as
you're
well.
a fashionista.
And I like clothes. Is the Nordstrom Trunk. And it's
And
called
she
the
likes
Trunk Club.
expensive clothes.
Well, it's a Trunk Club by Nordstrom. But what I liked about this, I've tried a couple of clothier subscriptions.
Okay.
And the thing that I like the least about some of the others is that, number one, I had no idea what they were sending me. Like, I had no idea of what brands. I had no idea of what style. I had no one-on-one interaction with anybody.
Too open-ended.
It was too
Right.
open-ended. And most of the time, I felt bad because I knew somebody on the other end was spending time putting this together. And I would hate everything. And so I'd be like, there you go, right back the next day.
Sorry.
And so with this, before you even get started, you spend a great deal of time with a stylist who, via, internet, you can actually, even in some cities, Washington, D.C. is one, you can go into a style studio and actually meet your stylist, and they can really, they know about you. Like,
what you like.
they don't just send you things. They know, for instance, if you have a brand where normally you're a small, but then this brand, because of the way it's cut,
You're a medium.
or
Yeah.
large or something, they know that. So there's no point in them sending you something just based upon this generalization, and then you get it and you can't even put it on your ankle. So there's no, there's no point in that, because it's a waste of their time and it's a waste of your time. And so, but when there's no styling fee, which I also like, because I think that they're betting on the fact that you're likely going to like more than one or whatever of these actual things, and you can set your price. You can say, don't send me anything over this amount of money. Stick within this line, and that's what they'll do. And it's a nice mix up. And because it's Nordstrom, yes, they are going to be brands that you likely know. It's going to be Nike. It's going to be I don't know, Topshop. It's going to be stuff that you've probably seen in the store that you would say maybe I might, or it's going to be things that maybe you didn't know that you wanted to try that now you're a little more open to try.
Is the stuff in season and currently?
Current? And it's for men and women.
Yeah.
So I like it. I think it's something, especially if I started it because I wanted to try to get out of my own little box
of what you were
styling.
wearing.
Yeah. I wanted to push my envelope a little bit more. And
That's a
so
great way to
my
do
stylist, Hey Amelia, is great, and she's very, flexible on a lot of things. So that's my favorite.
I would say the only, for not a dig, sorry Nordstrom, but if you're a weird height like my husband,
but you can tell them that.
You can. It never worked.
Yeah, you can tell them that, but what I do like is that because I have things that I'm sure she would love to send me, but my proportions just don't work for certain things, and she'll be very honest with me about that, and she'll say, I really want to send this to you, but I don't think that this is going to work.
I love that you have somebody with no additional fee included that you can talk to, and there's an exchange.
Yeah.
Well, because everything's so hands off now, right? You just, it's either computer or
it's great.
Ask
that
to
they
speak
have
to a
that
representative.
human touch with it. That's awesome.
I agree.
Wow.
Number 3.
Number 3, Mom Things.
Hey,
I'm
Julie Powers.
So excited about this Mom Things box.
I'm
And
just
we
dying
actually-
to see what's in it.
We actually have one
We
here.
have a real live Mom Things box.
I'm not a mom, but I still want to know what's in it.
We don't know what's inside.
We don't. So
We're gonna open
we want
this
to shout them out
live,
because
maybe?
yes, Julie Powers. They're actually
They're based
local
locally.
DMV company.
Oh,
They're
yes.
based in Asheville.
Women owned,
Virginia.
right?
Women
They're
owned.
Women
Woo,
owned.
woo.
When you go to their website, what it says is, this is for the woman who is constantly pouring herself into everyone and everything.
Look at how cute this is.
We want to make sure that you make the time to have something nice for yourself.
Look at how
Look
cute
at the
that
inscriptions.
is.
Today is a good day to have a good day. Mom Things.
Yes.
That's
So
so nice.
www.themomthings.com. Absolutely check them out.
Can you sign up if you're not
They're
a mom?
so cute.
Yes, you can sign up if you're not a
Well,
mom.
and the thing is on the website they say what they put in to the boxes monthly is fabulous
more
things
for-
that women
that
will
women.
love.
Yeah,
so you
not
don't
just
technically
moms.
have to be a mom.
I'm gonna tear this.
You can be a
down.
mom
Good.
in making. You be a
So
fur
this is
mom,
and this is
maybe.
their April box. So thank you guys so much
I'm
for
so
sending
excited.
one over.
This is Christmas.
And then I know
What's
this is
in
why we like
here?
it. So you probably like what is this?
What is
so
it?
Grow Organic. It's a garden in a can. It's called Grow Organic Basil. I'm so excited about this because I have been wanting to do like a little mini garden. So this is really
your own basil.
Wait a minute, DJ Willful. Is it this not a great gift to get your wife?
I was, I'm
is
pondering.
that?
I'm
Power
pondering.
bank.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Power bank. Actually, the only reason I know about this is because our husbands do crypto.
Let me see this thing.
Power bank. It's a
And
real deal.
it's a charger though,
Oh
but
my
it charges
gosh.
everything.
Every phone.
Nice.
We have this showerless shampoo, so dry shampoo.
Dry
I
shampoo.
haven't
And
used
it's-
this brand.
Yeah, so
Do
new
black
brand.
people use dry shampoo?
Yes,
They
ma'am.
can.
Okay.
And then we also have a happy travel. This is great.
I was like, can we pull it out?
Yeah, we can pull it out.
See
We
what
only
it-
have
I'll
a couple
pull-
of minutes
I know,
left.
I'll pull it
but
out really quickly.
You can pull that out. And then we also have, this is nice, natural nasal enhancer. Which
I really
you do
thought
need
that was something else.
Your nose
Of
has
course
never
she
been
did.
this
I
cool.
did. I thought it was something else. Britt's gonna be like,
Enhanced
what?
breathing, boost focus,
Yes.
feel refreshed.
Oh, this is cute.
bad.
Bag.
Very cute. Very cute. We love it.
Cute travel bag.
That's a lot of stuff in this little
it.
box.
And
Trying to
it's
see.
stuff that you use. And
Yeah.
that's the cool
Yeah.
thing about, I think, like a lot of these subscriptions.
is
Find
awesome.
one that you like. Find one with stuff in it that you'll
Yes.
use. Because I think at the end of the day, that's what you're trying to look for. And I think that you can probably peruse like what some of these will offer. And this is one like kind of like, what is it? FitFab or something like that.
FitFab Fun.
Yeah, that where they send you fitness things, but it's not necessarily something you choose, but things that they think that you will like.
Right.
So it's something to check out. So
I love that they send this card. I
Yes.
know we're
It's like a little
wrapping
personal
up,
note.
but it tells you everything that's in there and why you should love it.
Yes.
Like the dry shampoo is TSA approved.
Yep.
It's a big,
Oh,
big
cute.
thing.
Yeah.
And then the itty bitty fold up bag is pretty and fun
Yes.
and slides right into your carry on suitcase.
So
You
I
can be
can
hands-free.
say with certainty that this box lived up to the expectation when they
Absolutely.
said like fabulous things. There's a lot of good shit
And
in here. Good
useful.
stuff in
It
here.
is
Sorry.
useful. And I do think that whenever you can get things that
Yeah.
you actually know, like in the back of your head, the minute
Yes.
you see it, you're like, I know
Yeah.
how I'm
I want
gonna
that.
use this.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
gonna
gonna
use
be
this.
great.
Like I'm gonna go home and plug this thing up like
Yep.
immediately, and it's going to live probably like in my car or
Yep.
wherever,
Yep.
all the time because we're always gonna need it. So thank you, Julie
Thank you
Powers,
so
and thank
much.
you,
Thank
Mom
you.
Things, and thank you.
Thank you.
I keep saying Julie, but we also have to thank Brooke too. Thank you guys, and we're gonna actually hopefully do a feature with Mom Things really soon. We're gonna hopefully.
We might as well. They're right down the street.
Yeah, we're gonna hopefully
hang out.
It's almost time for us to get ready for summer series.
It really
it's our
is,
favorite
yeah.
time.
That'll
It's our
be
favorite
awesome.
time. of
It's
the
not
year.
Leo's favorite time because it's hot and
well,
sweaty.
but summer series for good things. these
Summer
days.
series is fun.
We get to let go more than we kind of let
We
go.
just got to turn the air
get to get
conditioning off.
naked.
We got to turn the air. Are we
We
getting
take
naked?
our clothes off. We don't. We don't get naked. I was just
No,
kidding.
we
No, we
don't.
don't.
Not on camera.
Haha.
Just also kidding.
We're naked underneath this thing right here. Our
Igor is
table.
having a problem with us.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, DJ Wolfel. So, did you learn something about subscriptions?
I did learn
I
something
was
about
saying.
subscriptions.
Okay, good.
Yes.
You
Igor, did you learn some stuff about subscriptions?
But the thing I didn't see is like a dad thing.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
great. We're
We
gonna
can't
have
have
to do that things
nothing.
now.
Men,
Dad things.
we can't.
Hey,
have
there you
nothing.
go. There
But
you go.
know what? It's not a bad idea.
That's not a bad idea.
It's not.
There
What
you
would?
go.
Yeah, but realistically, what would you put in there? A can of beer, some nowadays like
me tell
beard
you-
oil,
Let me tell you
beard
what we have in the
oil,
box.
a comb for their beard. I've already
In the
seen
box,
them over
it's
there.
going to be a post-it card that says "Ask your mom."
For a snack and anything else you want. Well, thank you so much,
bad.
guys, for hanging with us tonight and every week. We appreciate it. We will be back for Good Things next week. And same place, same time, right here, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard
Monday
Time.
night.
Monday nights, WLVS Radio, listenvisionlive.com. And, as always, we want you guys to have a great week. We want you guys to have fun.
Fabulous week.
It's time. It's
the
spring.
weather's awesome.
It's starting to turn over. Newness, right?
It's beautiful.
It's
outside.
we haven't
Easter.
gotten to the rain part yet.
No,
so
renewal.
We're good. Yes.
Revival.
We
Yep.
haven't gotten to the rain part.
Yes, we have.
No,
Yeah,
I
it's been
feel
some-
like it's been way better than normal.
She doesn't know.
There's
But-
like breaks in between.
In
our
between-
rain,
here
which
and there.
doesn't
That's true.
normally happen.
That's
But
true.
nonetheless,
Hasn't been
we want you
nonstop.
guys to always remember
Love one another.
Always be kind.
and do good things. We'll see you next week.
We
Bye.
love you.
Bye.